Good noonish, guys. Just want to come on here and update y'all what's going on here at the homestead. Our power was off till Tuesday night sometime. Then we came back to the house and got a few more things. It was still really cold in there. I think the thermostat, I think the lowest it reads is 40. So it was actually colder than that because we did have a little bit of water start freezing in the house. Our water is now Thursday. Our water is still frozen. Yesterday I got into the house and tried to dig it up and find where it wasn't frozen, and it was frozen underground all the way to the front of the house. So I had just patched the conduit back together, stuck a space heater underneath there, and we'll probably just be without water until tomorrow, hopefully maybe midday Saturday. We do have jugs of water and plenty of bottled water, and we have friends and family that we can go to get more water if we need to in those jugs. So it's not a huge issue, but definitely will be really easy to get the animals some water. Still having to go back to that creek in the back to get the water for the animals, and also to be able to flush the toilet. Things that, it doesn't really matter if the water's clean or not. It's a little dingy, but it works. Now the chore for right now is I'd like to get the baby chickens out of the house today. That'd be nice. But to do that, I want to come out here to the shed. I'm going to go ahead and empty their brooder out, get all the old wood chips out, and I guess I can take these off. Just a barely little bit of sun outside, and it was blinding me, so I had to get some sunglasses. So need to get the brooder cleaned out first, get all the old wood chips out of it. I think they would probably still be fine, but since we got the chickens out, we might as well go ahead and do it now. Then we will try to wrap this thing in a little bit more. I've got this foam insulating stuff here that I was using on the top of it. I don't think I have any more of that, but I got some other foam stuff that I can wrap around the back side here, in between the wall, and just something just to make it a little bit more airtight. It'll hold the heat a little bit better, not because it's insulation or anything, but just stops the wind and the air from moving through there. We've still got the holes on the edges. Alrighty, well, I'm back. So yeah, I'm gonna try to just wrap it, make it airtight. We got the vents on the side because chickens do need a little bit of circulation. All the ammonia and everything comes from them. You gotta have some airflow. So we'll put the space heater on the end down here again, blowing in. That'll blow out that way, and also keep them warm, keep their water from freezing. Because I had the heat lamp here, and we've got one of the little tent heaters in here. Probably go ahead and pick all this stuff off of there. I'm gonna need it out of my way. Got one of these little plate heater things, and the water was over here, and it had there wasn't much water in there when it froze, but it did freeze the other night. So even though it was nice and warm over here where they were, it was still freezing over here, which is a little too cold. So we're gonna clean it out. I guess I'll set y'all up and let y'all watch me do that. Probably gonna have to unscrew it from the walls to get that foam stuff. It's like an underlay for hardwood floors that I've got out here. I don't have a lot of it, but like I said, it's just to help keep a little bit of trap the heat in. And it's cold out here. I'm kind of shivering. I guess I need to go inside and get my beanie, or put this hood on. The hood's not very good for lighting for you guys. Can't really kind of block some of the light, but that's what we're going to work on now. I got to get these chickens out of my bathroom. They're stinking up my house, making it a little bit unpleasant to be in my bedroom. So yeah, just hang on, guys. We'll be done here in a little bit. Got most of it scraped out. I left some over here on this side. Most of it over there was dry. I got the big clumps out that were frozen from where the water dripped on it. And I'm actually thinking about switching it where the heat is on this side over here and the water is over there. This side's a little bit flatter. The wood on that side is a little curved. Animals are going at it out here. A minute ago I had to leave because Wyatt and Axel were getting into it. Wyatt, leave the pigs alone. You ready to go inside? I don't know what that's all about. I guess it's a good time to talk about the animals for a second. The house, you know, like I said, we got electricity. It's warm in there. It's a mess in there from all the snow and moving in and out and all that kind of stuff. But Axel has decided he's going to stay out here. He doesn't want to go back into his pen. That's okay, because you know, over here we know that he's warm when he gets in that doghouse at night. Out there, I think that he's warm, but you know, we never really know. In here, at least when he's in there with the baby pigs, we know for sure that he is warm and that he's not going to have any heat issues. He does keep knocking the feeder over here because his head's too big and he wants to eat too fast in there, so he like tries to get more food to come out to the bottom, and then it just ends up flipping it over. So I should have staked that down with some post, some T-posts, but it never happened. And I mean, honestly, all that really matters is that they're eating and that they got food and water right now. But you see, he's being real aggressive with the female pigs, and it's not exactly something we want. So as soon as it warms up this weekend, probably Saturday, he's going to be going back out there to his pen, and the fence will be turned back on. I haven't turned it on because really the chickens aren't coming out. The only real reason to have it on right now would be to keep him in his pen, and he's not going in there. So let's come out here and check on eggs and make sure none of them are frozen yet. I collected one this morning, but that was pretty early. So we've got 4 over here in the corner. Since it's been warm, they've actually been using these nesting boxes a lot more than they used to. Still got some cardboard blocking the wind and this tarp up. I don't know if I covered that in that last video, but they've been laying in the corners. There's none over there, none in that corner. And then I put this piece of cardboard up here also to kind of stop the wind and the snow from coming in. And then they'll lay in here too. So we got 3 eggs in here. So that's 8 eggs today. They've been laying pretty good through all the cold. What are you doing, piggies? Yesterday we let them out and roam around. That way they could get away from Axel a little bit. But he kind of stayed on top of them. They would go underneath my truck where they could get underneath there and he couldn't. And that was kind of their spot to get away from him. But they would still come out and mess with him. So I guess I don't know if it's a power struggle or not. I mean, they're babies and he's huge, so not much of a struggle there if you ask me. But I'm setting all these eggs down. I should probably go put them inside. They'll probably freeze out here. I'll forget about them. I'm gonna go put these eggs up and then I'll come back and we'll keep working on the brooder. I need to grab the space heater from underneath the house. I put 2 of them underneath there, but the breaker was tripping, so one of them's not being used. The small one we had in here isn't being used, so I'm going to get it back out and put it back out here to help keep this shed warm. But I'll be right back. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have enough. Probably didn't have enough to begin with, but it didn't help that about, I don't know how long this used to be, but the mice got it. They had a little nest in there. Hopefully that's the mouse that I trapped the other day in here. I've caught a few of them in here in the last couple months, so I'm trying to take care of that problem too. Keep the mice out of the shed. Got chewed up black stuff all over everything now. Actually found my staple gun the other day. To be honest, it might be a little too warm in there. We might need to turn it down a little bit. Alright, pretty boring. Pretty uneventful. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this heater down to 1. Turn the fan down on it a little bit too. Alright, we'll back in the bathroom to get the rest of them. Look at this little guy. He's the smallest one of them all. He's one of the roosters, the black copper Moran roosters. They're cute little speckled faces. But he's tiny, so we gotta watch him. Alright, well, we got the last of them right here. Alright, well, I gotta get the water set up in here. They've already got food in those other feeders, so I gotta get them some water, and then I gotta get to cleaning out that bathtub. Got the water in here. It's from the creek. It's not the jug water or anything, but that water, that warmer in there will keep it up. Will keep it warm. You know, really, it's really warm in here, and these chickens are just about feathered out. So I think for a little while, till tonight, I'm just gonna turn this heater off. They've got the heat lamp and their little plate heater in here, which should do them good. I think the meat chickens or the larger chickens are starting to pick on the smaller laying hens, so, and the 4 roosters that I have. So I think I'm gonna have to separate them pretty soon. Maybe that's something me and Maddox can do this weekend. We get that other brooder set up in here and get that going for them. But I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully our water comes on soon. That's about the only concern we have right now is getting running water in the house. Everything else is good. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. And we'll get back to y'all this weekend. Thanks.